Gagne's game is one of those you want to repeat every night, but boy, you usually don't perform at this high level. Giroux's game tonight is one worth watching. If you're just coming on board, you missed him. Lundqvist's goaltending tonight, Bill, as noted, he really was sensational, and it's a shutout win as a result. Jets' game plan has not worked out. If you're just joining us, they've dug themselves a big hole in this one. Lundqvist's performance in net tonight, outstanding. This goaltender's got a shutout going. I don't think you can get any better than this. Heavy metal shots has been a blowout, and we're closing in on the end of it. Nothing's gone by him yet.
Boy, this is amazing. It's almost as if he is prepared to turn out highlight reels, save after save. What a goaltending display.
We've got a team that's going to have to make some gallant comeback in this one. Jets in need of another big kill. They earned away in overtime, looking for a game. Gagne's been magnificent in this game tonight.
What a night he is having. He is the guy that is most responsible for the lead that they have.
Gagne's stick tonight, boys, he had some gold in there. We're really going to get to see a player at his best. Giroux's been magnificent in this game tonight. For those of you just joining us, we're really going to get to see a player at his best. Offensive opportunity, scores!
Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining us. This is the NHL 13 demo live stream. With me is gameplay producer Ben Ross and line producer Sean Ramjag Singh. We're really excited. As you know, the demo comes out tomorrow. It also comes out the following day on PSN in Europe. We're really excited to get the demo in your hands. And you know, it's been a big year for NHL 13. Lots of great improvements, and I'm gonna let Raymer talk about some of those.
Yeah, really excited about the product this year. You know, the development team's done an incredible job pulling together just an amazing feature set. So when we talk about innovating the core gameplay experience with our new true performance skating and the explosiveness, top end speed, the momentum, and the creativity of it, and then, you know, that being such a big game changer for us and us overhauling our AI with EA Sports Hockey IQ. And we literally spent more time on our AI this year than we have in the past 3 years combined, just trying to round out that complete gameplay overhaul. So, you know, I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on the demo tomorrow. Give it a go. The gameplay is a completely different experience this year, and one of the things that Ben and I are going to talk about a little bit when we're playing is something we haven't talked about yet, but as we play the game more and more, we're seeing how important momentum is and how just taking the proper lines and making the right decisions are. So you get a little taste of that tomorrow when you play the demo. You'll see a little bit here today when we're playing. And then, you know, the other big thing for us was creating new game modes and creating connected experiences. So our GM Connected mode, the largest multi-user online dynasty ever seen in a sports game. So, you know, again, something we're really excited about. Up to 750 people playing as part of a single league. I've had numerous requests already from people via Twitter that want me to join their league, so I'll be joining as many leagues as I can. But, you know, this mode for us, you know, we really try and push the boundaries every single year with innovation. And we took our most played mode offline with Be a GM, combined that with our big innovation for 09 with EA Sports Hockey League, and OTP, put those two things together and really trying to connect hockey fans all around the world with our product. And then the other big feature for us this year is, you know, more of a bite-sized gaming experience with NHL Moments Live, where we're able to recreate or change history from scenarios that happened the previous season, and also moving forward, scenarios that happen throughout the next NHL season. As they happen, we'll be able to tell those same stories in our game and have our users come and play those. So again, another feature that we're excited about when we talk about connecting to the real sport of hockey. And then, you know, on top of that, just to round out the complete package this year, you know, the improvements to EA Sports Hockey League, to our Be a Pro, to our presentation, just all of that create this package that we're extremely proud of. And, you know, the dev team, like I mentioned, has done an incredible job just pulling that entire package together for us. So, again, super excited. Tomorrow's a big day for us. You guys get your hands on the demo for the first time. Can't wait to hear the feedback. And back over to you, Justin. We're going to hop in a game real quick.
Yeah, before we hop into the game, make sure you stay with us throughout the entire live stream. We'll have some giveaways, and also we have a very special HUD announcement coming, so make sure you stay with us. Extended looks at gameplay. Let's get to gameplay right now with the first matchup here. All
right, let's go in. I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take people saw a lot of LA from E3 and the videos from E3. I'm going to go in with Boston. People know I'm a Canucks fan, and Boston took us out. So I'm going to take Boston.
I'll take the Sabres. East Coast matchup. Got some speedsters there too.
Nice.
Let's go in with All-Star Normal.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, because I know that not everyone knows this, but All-Star Normal is the setting when you play a game online that is used. So I've had other people come by the office and say, well, I play on Superstar Default or this or that. When you're playing for the most authentic experience and what the online experience is, All-Star Normal is the setting you want to use. So we'll let the opening sequence play out here. Maybe Ben can talk a little about the presentation stuff that we've done, starting with the intro NIS and some of the things we've done in game, moving away from the the non-interactive sequences and moving towards AI-driven stuff.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, we've done a lot of work on presentation this year. I was really happy to see the response to the blog and the videos that we put up across all the channels. You'll see here that we've tried to go through different camera cuts because we got a lot of complaints from people that they want to see a new, fresh look for the intro. But the biggest thing for us was during gameplay to break away from the NIS and cut in on the action as it happens. We spoke to it before, but gone are the days where the net comes off and then you just see the goalie grabbing the water bottle from the top of the net. You'll now see him collecting himself, dusting the snow spray off, and it just really adds to the atmosphere.
Hi once again, everybody. With Bill Clement, I'm Gary Thorne. Always great to have you join us for some more great hockey action. We're in Boston, Massachusetts for this matchup between the Boston Bruins.
There's a lot of work done on the lighting as well this year. Ben, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of work on the lighting, all the shaders and everything, sort of from the ground up to make sure that all the artwork that's been in the game and all the new stuff that's been put in gets seen at the quality that it deserves. The artists do an amazing job. And you'll see, like right down to the details in the laces on the skates, all the way to the perforations on the jerseys. And we actually went down to our...
Lost the controller.
We actually went down to our local arena and took a sphere on camera to get real lighting information, so it looks as realistic as it ever has, and the results are really amazing.
Nice little deflection right off the bat.
Already kind of hedged in by the forecheck here.
Yeah, the one thing you notice this year is it's not easy. Not as easy to come out of your zone this year. You can leverage the forechecks to keep good pressure on, make it tough for players to get out. And the other thing is just, proper positioning is so important this year. Being at the right place at the right time, not necessarily being aggressive defensively, but just being in the right spot, and we're going to reward you for doing that.
See there, even an AI player throwing a poke check in at the blue line, not giving easy entry. Loose puck.
He's got that puck at the point. Moves it. Richie's banging away in front of the net. Needs to get a play going. Here's a chance. Got it. Controls at the point.
You have to be smart on the forecheck as well. Sort of pick and choose your chances because you can really get caught up ice with the momentum. So you'll see that I'll sort of pivot around and try and keep that gap so they don't get beat.
There's a point man looking for a little room. Oh, what a save. Picks that puck up along the point. Snap that one on the net. Miller's frozen the puck. That'll give us a face-off. Coming to Boston, all about hockey and all about the Boston.
There's some of the post-whistle sequence here, some of the changes that we made to the presentation.
Let's hear the commentators actually speak straight to the actual replay. They're aware of what's happened, how the goalies handled the shot. They'll speak to different mistakes the defense has played, great assists that have been made. Really great job with Bill and Gary this year in the recording session.
Snapped that thing. It looked like there was pretty good torquage on the shaft of the stick. Maybe that's what did it in.
To Boychuk, gets rid of that in a hurry. Long way to go with it. Breaks that up with a good defensive play. Loose puck in the zone. He's got it. Takes it from down low.
So everyone watching, we see you guys tweeting and posting comments on Facebook. If you have questions for the dev team, make sure to tweet them, get them in. Use hashtag NHL13Demo on Twitter and let us know your thoughts.
2-on-2 the other way. He'll carry it now.
An early question from Facebook is, how does the new skating engine affect gameplay? Can you show us some examples?
Needs to move it.
I think everything we're doing is an
everything.
example right now.
The skating engine really just changes the game as a whole. So you'll see get the puck here, just in the offensive zone now with the with the left, by pressing the left trigger, the amount of creativity that we allow you to do, literally allowing you to always face up to the center of the ice, always be on your forehand, go into a back skate, get the puck in your forehand for shots. Just the ability, the level of control that we give you now is really unprecedented for the series. That's part of it. And then we talk about the explosiveness, the top end speed, momentum. The momentum's a real big game changer for us when we talk about those lines. And you'll see a guy coming full speed, and when you see a guy going at top end speed, you know that he can't cut in a dime. So that's important to understand both offensively and defensively. And we'll see some of that play out here.
Yeah. One thing too, I know you guys have all seen a lot of videos now, and you've seen some gameplay with the new skating. You'll completely understand it tomorrow when you pick up the demo. You'll feel it. As soon as you get your hands on it, you'll feel the difference. It'll click. You'll be able to see how much of a game changer it really is.
The other thing you see, it's almost difficult for us to talk about the game while we're playing because you have to think that much further ahead now because you're picking your spots, both offensively and defensively. So sort of trying to talk about what we're doing, but at the same time you got to concentrate that much more about what you're trying to do on the ice.
That was a nice little move by Ben. They're using one of the new 45 moves we put in there. So literally going to a glide. Again, it's about speed versus control. So going to a glide, going to a nice controlled state, and then using your left stick to a 45 will give you one of those nice new moves. So really, once you see a player go into the glide defensively, it goes into a game of cat and mouse. Do you step up and be aggressive? Or do you wait and see what the offense player is going to do? So, the amount of little mini games that happen on the ice this year is just incredible.
I think we talked about it's the game within the game, those individual battles that coaches talk about winning so much.
I'm going to tell you that playing with Chara and any other big guy really for that matter this year is just playing with a beast.
So Rammers Boston, if you missed it, Ben is Buffalo. Let's see some tweets. Who do you guys think is going to take this matchup?
We're having an issue with the live stream, so that people can't see.
Oh.
Can you hear us? Oh, we're not live. So apparently we're not live.
Just the splash screen.
Is it selling the game?
No, it's selling the live stream.
Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I am streaming it.
The Sabres' opportunity, a penalty shot here in regulation.
Is audio still on?
I don't know. Let's act like it is. Oh, what a beauty too. They're gonna miss that Gerby goal.
Kirby's a beauty.
Yeah, he is a beauty. And that low blocker shot.
Tucked it in 5-hole.
What?
Tucked it in 5-hole.
Oh, it was 5-hole.
A 5-hole goal too, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Thought it was low blocker. Luckily, there's beautiful replays this year. Catch every angle.
Yeah.
Oh, opportunity.
shot.
Chops it around the boards.
There's real-time cuts too, going to the bench, showing the coach disappointing his team on the icing.
Seidenberg. Handles that one cleanly in behind behind the net.
Oh, sweet.
With that whistle on the play call, let's see who that was on. Buffalo's penalty.
So Mark on Facebook asked, this is for both of you guys, what is something that hasn't been talked about that you guys are particularly proud of this year that you think the fans are really going to like?
Yeah, I think the chopportunity, as Justin just called it, it's probably something we haven't talked a whole lot about, but Ben can give some details on why that's in there and how it works.
Yeah, people have seen it a little bit in the videos and already tried to speculate how it's going to be used, how they may use it. It really opened up some doors where we found that people were able to poke check loose pucks, but they weren't able to send it in any direction other than in front of themselves. So the chop really gives you that opportunity to send pucks that are to your side, or if you really want to bang a puck around without having to pick it up first, leaving yourself vulnerable to be pinned against the boards, you can get the puck out. So it works really well in the penalty kill, and we've also seen it spring players for chances up ice. Used to take sort of opportunities in previous years to jump in on the puck side and like get in deeper than you probably should, and now you find that you get caught because then the person does a chop and you get a player caught up ice, which really changes the way you need to sort of approach your forecheck.
We had also a question from Zach on Facebook. He asked about the Winter Classic. We showed off a bit of that in the presentation trailer, but can you tell us specifically what venues are in and what's kind of been done to make those a unique experience this year?
Sure. So we are gonna have a Winter Classic matchup later in the stream. We'll definitely give them a better look at it. But Ben, I don't know if you want to address some of that.
Just for the different venues?
Yeah, just what are they going to be able to play this year, and maybe give them a kind of top line of what you guys did this year to really improve it. But it's always best when we show it off.
There's Chara.
Yeah, he just stepped up hard.
Yeah, it'll definitely be best to see it live, but we wanted to make sure that we had last year's Winter Classic in the game, but at the same time not removing Heinz Field as well. So both will be available to play. You can play them authentic, or you can also take any of the teams like you could for last year.
Custom NHL teams?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just going to hop into replay real quick here. I just want to show you, someone just asked about, the skating and the speed. So here's Marchand going top speed down, causes the D-man to pivot. Then he gets back into proper position. And then because I'm going full speed here, I can't cut it on a dime. And when you see that I can actually turn on a dime, I've actually lost all my speed, all my momentum. So Ben actually does a great job just taking away where I want to go. So if I want to be a scoring threat, I got to set it ice. And then when we talk about the creativity part of true performance skating, here you go. Pucks on my backhand, I can make a cross ice backhand pass, probably not the best pass to make, the highest percentage, but I have the option this year to get to my forehand, stay squared up to the play and make a right play. So
nice.
There's a little bit of the top end speed, the momentum, and then the creativity part of true performance skating.
Good stuff. I think we're back. I think the stream may have cut out for a little bit, but we're back now, everyone. Thanks for being patient and staying with us. And yeah, we're still we're in the second here. Buffalo is up 1-0. If you didn't see it, you missed a beauty 5-hole goal from Nathan Gerby. Got about 20 seconds left, and we're gonna kick into the intermission. Yeah, stay tuned. Lots more gameplay to show, some giveaways. If you can, I'll show you in the intermission as soon as it cuts over it. If you can see the T-shirt I'm wearing right here. I have these vintage EA Sports NHL shirts to give away. I think we have the Philly one here. We might have some Oilers ones, not too sure, but stay with us. And as I mentioned before, we also have a big HUD announcement, which is really cool. Really excited to tell you guys about that. Nice.
There's Chara.
There you go. Here's your 5-hole goal.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Opens them up.
Justin, I think most of the viewers have not seen anything so far.
Yeah.
So maybe reintroduce who they're talking to.
Okay. So let's do it again. So we have with me gameplay and presentation producer Ben Ross and NHL 13 line producer Sean Ramjag Singh, aka Rammer. like as I mentioned earlier, lots of gameplay to show you guys, some giveaways, and a big HUD announcement coming, so make sure you stay with us for the entire stream. Up next, we'll be giving you sort of a quick overview about what the demo has in store for you guys, and we'll also be talking a little NHL moments live. So let's kick into gameplay here and show them what it's all about.
Is going to be on the bench here. We'll get a whistle and a face-off. Regier. 2 off. Rocket shot, and he got that in a scoring situation.
Good stick in the lane.
Yeah.
Not keep
So the
that
players
one
putting
in
their hands
play.
up, calling it out. So a lot more interaction now that we're cutting in real time. You'll see the players reacting in real time as well.
There's also some really cool contextual shot blocking, and what that means is basically it's all about positioning. If you're in the lane, your character will, you know, put his leg out to block it, or he'll put a stick in the lane. As long as you're in good position, they'll react to the play accordingly.
Yeah, and that just ties into the whole, you know, speed versus control, which we wanted. So going after the point to challenge the puck here at the point, going to nice controlled glide state will give you a contextual shot block animation. So doing less actually gives you a good play.
Oh, there's the dump and chase. Quick forecheck. He chopped it around the boards and met it on the other
So you
side.
see body position by Sagan wins
Yeah.
it back. So body position means a lot more. It's not just stick on puck interaction. If you're there, big body can stop a player from getting to the puck.
Nice moves. Okay, Rammer, you really need to get one here. You can't get shut out on your first game of the live stream.
Oh,
There you go, contextual.
there we go.
So on Twitter, Gray is the color asked what EA Sports Hockey League improvements there were this year. Can you talk a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
do we want to talk about that now, or do you want to talk about it when we have Clem to talk about?
Yeah, let's save that one for Clem. If you guys don't know
Sure.
Clem Kwong, he's our online modes producer. He's going to be in a little bit later in the stream. He's going to talk about HUT, but we'll also have him talk a little bit about EA Sports Hockey League and what we've done, which is basically we've taken a lot of community requested feedback and implemented it, so you have a better EA Sports Hockey League experience this year.
Yeah, so he'll talk about matchmaking, captaincy, things like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, this one's going to leave a mark. I mean, it wasn't intentional. He went for the stick lift, but Gary, he earned 2 minutes in the sin bin for this one.
8:55.
Sabres' effort will come on their first
Short-handed,
power
gotta get one here.
Yeah, now or never.
Get one here. They're going to be up by 2. Looking for help as he ties it up with a face-off. Got it back in their own end. They'll start the rush. Up the wing side to Pominville. 2 off.
So Ben, you're up 1-0. There's a lot of new strategies, team strategies this year at EA Sports Hockey IQ. What are you playing right now? What do you have your team in? You considered switching 1-3-1, 1-4 maybe?
Yeah, so right now I've still got them standard being on the power play, and
Yeah.
I tend to keep them fairly more aggressive. The power play is really effective this year, being able to set up. But as soon as this power play is over, a couple minutes later in the game, then I'll probably drop back. We also have the bias, so you can drop back to like a 1-3-1, but even within your different forechecks, you can still make your bias more passive, so that even if they have an opportunity to set up in the forecheck, they're less likely to do it if they don't have a really good chance of getting the puck.
Right. To make sure they're always in position type thing. They're playing very conservatively.
Oh, good work on
Ooh, big tip.
a little deflection.
Crucial man back out on the ice late in this game.
There you can see body position again by Francis. Lost the puck, couldn't skate through. Even though he didn't make a poke check or anything, still couldn't get the puck by him.
Oh, good shot. Oh, a little bit of a miss pass there, Rammer. Come on.
It's time to go.
Control of it. To Hudson.
Let's keep getting the puck deep.
Watch the positioning of
Picks that one up.
the Sabres as they come into the zone. You need to be a lot more strategic coming into your zones.
So I'll be more passive and I'll drop back to more of a neutral zone.
To Meyer. To Vanek. To Pominville.
Pominville has some speed on the outside.
Here's an example. I just want to point this out. We talk about taking different lines. So as I'm coming out the zone here, I see Ben starting to cut towards the middle of the ice. I cut away, and there's no way for him to stop on a dime and get back. So I know right here, I know that I'm home free getting past that.
Yeah,
first
you have
guy.
that entire lane because he overcommitted to the middle.
Yeah, and Hudson is stuck just back checking the whole way.
That's just an example of reading the play, reading what's going on, reading which way a guy's going, what speed he's going at, his momentum, and understanding what he can and can't do.
Always have a spot. Big D.
Question from Twitter. They want to know if players got exhausted faster when using top end speed.
Absolutely. Ben can speak probably more
Yeah,
on that one.
so you sort of have a choice. If you're going in a straight line, I've also seen. Oh, sorry, get me talking. If you see, if you head in a straight line, you automatically get into that top end speed to make it really accessible. But the user also has a choice to click in the left stick and get to that right away. And the risk is definitely agility and a hit on endurance. So it's completely up to the end user whether they want to take that risk or not to get up to that top speed. And that's where you'll see the glides are really effective. That's when you're going to have your most agility. You've got the new 45 moves, and just that real sort of cat and mouse game. So although top speed is really effective, slowing down to the glide is very effective as well.
And that's it. So the Sabres take it 1-0. Nice little low-scoring game. Next, we're going to talk about the demo. I'm going to invite assistant producer Gern Samal, who worked on the demo, up here, and he's gonna give you a quick overview, and then he'll also explain in a little more detail what you can expect from NHL Moments Live. So, everybody, in a beautiful Habs jersey with Carey Price on the back,
You gotta represent, boys.
Gern Samal, Habs fan.
How's it going, guys?
Cool. So, Gern, just tell us a little bit about the demo, what's in it, what can people expect, and sort of why you made the decisions you made this year. For example,
the
free skate.
demo will include the standard Play Now feature where you get to play the 5 minutes of the third period as before. There's also NHL Moments Live, a special demo scenario that's only exclusive to the demo itself. There's also free skate involved in the demo this year, which will allow you to really experience the true form skating firsthand and really get a hold of what it is.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people were asking about free skate as well, if there was a time limit on it, and no, there's no time limit. They can spend as much time in there kind of getting the hang of true performance skating, and
yeah, it'll really give you the ability to, that day one, that you'll be able to be really acclimatized to the actual true performance skating and how the game feels. And then lastly, we have Hut, where you can play in a tournament and really get a feel for the new interface in Hut and how it actually plays this year.
Yeah, a lot of good work done to Hut this year. Like I said, there's a Hut announcement coming later in the stream. Stay tuned. Clem Kwong is going to talk about that. But yeah, Gern, so the demo comes out tomorrow. Everybody's obviously very excited. Big things with NHL 13 this year. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about NHL Moments Live, and maybe if you want to grab a controller and kind of jump in and show people what to expect.
So NHL Moments Live is what Reimer alluded to earlier, is bite-sized gaming. Pretty much it allows you, the user, to go through any lets you go through a select amount of 2011, 2012 NHL scenarios or moments. There'll be some like Stamkos' 50th goal, Gagne's 8-point night, and lots of other ones as well. I'll go into here as Brian Elliott as a very quick scenario. This happened on March 27th when he had 3 consecutive shutouts. It'll allow you to play the last 2 minutes of the game, and pretty much your goal in here is to actually kill the penalty and win the game as the shutout, as Brian Elliott.
So a couple things you might have noticed. So on the main menu, we have that TV screen there. When we talk about connecting our users to the sport of hockey, with our great partnership with the NHL, what we're able to do this year is leverage footage from the actual NHL from last year and from the upcoming year. So as things happen, we can actually pump footage of the scenario that we want to replicate in the game, pump it through that TV, so you can actually see the scenario, then go in there and play it, try and change history or recreate history. And the other thing you'll see here is the pucks. So again, this is a smaller, bite-sized gaming experience that will kind of tell the story of the real NHL as it progresses. So as you go in and play these shorter moments, you can also accumulate pucks that you can use then in Hockey Ultimate Team. So it's a way to combine our two modes and have people going back and forth between them, play these shorter experiences to improve your HUT team and things like that. So again, something that that we want to focus on is giving people that play this mode an ability to upgrade their HUT team as well.
Cool stuff. Nice.
So in here you'll notice when you get in here there's actually a specific presentation package to the actual player himself if you're playing a Be a Pro moment. So in here I'm Brian Elliott, and I'm here to pretty much shut the Nashville Predators out for the last 2 minutes of the game. With that's close.
It's a great
Hold on to
stop.
that one. You'll notice immediately that there's a lot more shots when you're playing as a goalie with the whole new AI. The AI is a lot smarter. They're taking a lot more shots, really engaging the user from a goalie perspective.
I don't know if anybody saw this. If anybody knows the skate spray on the goalie's pants there.
Dynamic skate spray this year sticks on it. Players as well, different sorts of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it on the boards, the glass. It's dynamic all over the place. Even the ice wear on the ice itself, you'll see that the wear takes place where the players have actually skated. We were joking before that people play online and they normally brag about their time on ice score at the end of the game, and now you can take a screenshot and show how clean the ice is on your defensive side of the puck as well.
Nice.
One of the things you'll probably notice when you're playing the mode is all the stats are actually in the game, like from the actual game itself, where you're starting off in the point of time. So if you noticed earlier, they said Brian Elliott made 27 saves out of 27 shots. Pretty much we worked with the NHL and they've given us their stats, and they'll actually show up in the action tracker in here. So you'll notice all these stats here that are all from the NHL and actually where the shots are actually taken in real life.
So we got about 30 seconds left in gameplay here. Gurn's trying to preserve that shutout. Up next, we have a special challenge, actually. So it's been a little bit heated between marketing and dev lately. A lot of smack talk going on. There's so what we did before this stream is we took the two best players, or we had a tournament on the marketing and dev side separately. Marketing had a tournament. Two best players from that side came through. We'll introduce them next. And then on the dev side, they had a tournament, and the two best players from dev are now going to play the two best players against marketing for, I don't know what we'll call it, I guess the NHL 13 Demo Championship, something like that. It sounds corny enough, why not? So yeah, we'll introduce a couple of new guys, come up here, play the game, and let's do it. But Gurn obviously achieved it here.
Yes,
got the shutout.
Achieved the shutout. Another cool thing about this, if you play more scenarios, more playoff-specific scenarios, you'll get a lot more... the NISs and the off play will actually be specific to the actual playoffs. So if there are scenarios in which there's a trophy presentation, whether you win or lose, you'll get trophy presentations out towards then. Really adding that finite detail to the actual mode itself. You'll also notice that there'll be actual playoff ice markings as well as towels and all that stuff, really getting you in the atmosphere of the actual scenario itself or the moment itself.
And you got yourself 100 pucks.
Yes, and I got myself 100 pucks.
Nice.
Actually, there'll be, depending on the type of scenario, you'll actually get more or less pucks as you go along. So you can get upwards of the really, really difficult ones. You can get up to, I believe, 1,000 pucks. So there's lots of rewards here if you play the mode.
Sweet. Good stuff. Nice. So we're still waiting on a couple of guys to come down. So maybe if we want to kick into another game, we'll take some questions as well while we're doing it, while we're waiting on those guys.
Let's do it. I'm taking any suggestions for teams, Jeffrey?
We haven't gotten any suggestions for teams yet, but I'm sure they'll be happy with anything but your Canucks.
I would take Philly, but we're going to show Philly a little later on in the Winter Classic. So I'm going to go with, how about Stammer and the Tampa Bay Lightning?
All right, I'm going to go with the Oil.
I think everyone loves the Oilers. I might be biased though.
Very biased.
As he dons the cap over
Yeah.
there.
We'll show off a little more presentation here.
You can see the dynamic power rings. It's all video now rather than just rotating graphics, which adds a lot. They're all contextual, so you can see now during the intro it's saying make some noise. But you'll see for home goals it'll be flashing goal, or home power plays flashing power play as well, and you'll even see it'll flash we win up on the power ring as well after a home win.
Everything looks great this year.
Tampa, Florida, that's where we are.
See if I can redeem myself here.
We've got hockey for you tonight between the Lightning and the Edmonton Oilers. Well, as we look forward to tonight's game, it's going to be kind of interesting to see who's the most
I think you just need to score a goal, Rammer. If you don't score on this one, we might have to boot you from the
I'm
stream.
saving it for the marketing game.
Yeah, there you go. You save them all. That way you can pump the marketing team.
Yeah.
I got up by that one goal though and played pretty conservative, so it shows that you can really sort of shut things down if you want. Despite all the new speed in the game, you can still play pretty defensively if you're smart and play really positional.
Ooh.
one-timer save, and that was a sizzler under pressure to Nugent Hopkins.
So earlier you mentioned the bias in terms of strategy. Can you guys kind of expand on that? People are asking about it.
Yeah, so with the bias, we wanted to make sure that just because you set your strategy, we didn't leave it purely up to the AI decision. They're making a lot of really smart decisions behind the scenes, and that's what the AI teams will use if they're purely AI driven. But the bias is in there so that even if the AI was going to take a risk and go in on the forecheck, if you're in control of the team and you don't want to take any risk at all and you really want to sit back into more of a neutral zone system, you can put your bias purely to the neutral zone side, and regardless if you have a chance to get the puck or not, your team will drop right back. So it just gives you that much more full control over your team formations. And then if you leave it more right in the middle, then you're leaving it up to the AI itself to decide what's the best option for you, whether they actually go for more of a forecheck or not, based on the puck's location and your chance to get the puck.
Sweet deal. Keep those questions coming, Jeff.
Big time collision along the boards, man. That puck carrier is down. He was just wiped out. Offensive right, 3-on-2. He picks up the loose puck to Carr.
That was something there that I find this year. I really trust my AI teammates. I went and covered the guy in front of the net, and my AI teammate went and laid the poke check near the sideboards and actually got the steal, which is really nice. Then you're caught chasing the puck less and playing more of the system that your team's set up in.
Are you guys able to switch now to the true broadcast camera? People are asking to see some of the new camera angles, and that's the major presentation element.
Were we going to play one of the games from there, or do you?
We can give them a taste now if you guys are cool with that. Otherwise, we can show Winter Classic looks beautiful in that true broadcast cam. But maybe at the end of this game we'll switch to it.
Sure.
Oh, what a
there's shot.
snipe!
Probably through a
There we
screen
go.
too. There's the goat.
Looks rattled.
Yeah.
Oh, I screened him.
Yeah.
Is that Sutton?
Sutton's there, and then I took Igor. I think that I'll take at least half the blame on that one myself.
Sutton's a big guy. It's probably pretty tough to see around.
Yeah, you don't want to give good shooters time and space this year. There's a lot of really great defensive tools to close them off, but if they have time, then you're not just wanting to go and cover the guy in front. You don't want to leave a guy alone with the puck, because once they're settled under control, they're going to get a good shot off.
People were asking what teams are playable in the demo, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it is the Stanley Cup matchup of Devils Kings.
That's correct.
And then the teams that are available within the scenario as well.
Since I'm playing with Tampa Bay, I'm going to drop into 1-3-1 a little bit real quick.
Just for a little taste of nostalgia, eh?
There's a little bit of the individual limb control on the goalie. Again, being able to move his arms and his legs wherever he needs to move them. Big change for us this year.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Gonna go to broadcast for a bit?
Sure.
Switch it on. So that's the end of the first. If you just joined us, demo coming out tomorrow. Really excited about it. We're giving you some extended looks at gameplay. We have some giveaways coming up right after this and a special HUD announcement. Also wanted to mention, if you haven't pre-ordered the game yet, you can do that at GameStop or EB Games. They have a really cool deal. Pre-order the game there. You get 16 HUT gold packs. 1 per week for 16 weeks. Really cool deal, especially if you're a big HUT guy. So they're just jumping into the menu right now, switching to True Broadcast. Do you guys switch your controller settings as well? Yeah. So we found a lot of people found with the True Broadcast camera, if you switch your shooting controls always up, it helps with the different angle, and it's a really easy adjustment to play.
All comes down to what you're used to. That's definitely what we'd recommend if it's a quick switch. But when we were at E3 this year, we had some guys come up, and they were far better playing it in the True Broadcast camera, and even just the traditional broadcast camera that we had before, just because that's what they're used to. I was surprised.
Oh, there you go. Whitney up at the top.
Oh,
just put it wide. Oilers on the power play.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a good goal.
Finish my check.
Eddie Purcell.
Tampa Bay's first PK of the game. Their unit coming out on the ice. That puck was up for grabs. He's got it. Point to Whitney.
Oh.
Oh, Marytown.
Get it on net. Get the rebound.
So Ben, we had a broadcast camera in the game last year. Why the decision to throw in the True Broadcast camera? What else does that offer that the old camera didn't?
Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking for it. I'm a big fan of it as well. It does get some getting used to play from, but with the big push this year on presentation with all the other True Broadcast cameras from all the different angles, it was just the perfect fit to get it in and working. So when you play from this camera and you see the cuts, we've had people in the office sort of looking from across the room and thinking that it was an actual game, obviously minus the cursors over the players' heads. But when you see it go from this camera to one of the other cuts, that's when it looks that much more like exactly what you see on TV.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks great.
And it changes the way you play the game a bit too. You're seeing it from a different perspective to what you're used to, and you tend to do things the way that you've seen them when you're watching on TV.
Yeah, and I think when players play from this angle too, I think there's a lot more cycling that goes on. It's not so many rushes and end-to-end. People kind of like to set up because you can see the ice completely and it looks really good. So they set up in the end zone and kind of work the puck around a bit more.
Yeah, worked over in the corner there.
Jeff, how are we doing on the question front? Anything there?
Sure. We've got one actually about the replays.
Sure.
Those new replays that we've been seeing, we just want to confirm are not just for the true broadcast camera. They're actually for any of the views. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you'll get the replays anyway. I guess the point I was trying to make was just that completes the complete broadcast experience. But the gameplay camera, we want people to play from whatever camera is going to make it easiest for them to play. So they'll still get the full broadcast presentation, regardless of the gameplay camera they choose. But if they play from this camera, then it would be as if you get the whole package. But all the replays and all the camera cuts, even between the play, will be the true broadcast cameras, regardless.
Sweet.
Oh, rebound chance.
You can tell that Ben's played a lot more in this camera than I have.
Oh, nice
Little
chop
shot.
there.
So we've talked about the chop, but people who may have not have seen it earlier are asking, how do you actually do the chop?
Oh, how did he not bury? So to do the chop is basically, you have the right bumper, that's the poke, but if you're on, wow, stammer, what a beauty snipe. So it's basically the angle you take at the puck with the left stick, and it's a combo of the left stick and the right bumper. If you kind of go in at an angle and then push to one direction and press the right bumper, it'll chop it in that direction. So it's I don't know, it's a little harder to explain. Very simple mechanic once you get your hands and use it, but it's really, really effective, where if you don't have time to gain possession and make a play, you can just do a quick chop up the boards. Or you might have saw in the last trailer, somebody was breaking up ice, and I think it was Taves just chopping it to Kane up ice for him to get on the end of it and go in for a quick break.
Yeah, you're basically using the left stick to pick the direction that you want to chop it, just like you do when you shoot to pick a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, he's got space, 2-on-1. Oh, good stay.
Here's a little example of, we talk about just playing good position and rewarding you for playing good positional hockey. This is a good example right here of just getting the passing lane, being in a nice controlled state, and then automatically get the stick in the lane, knocking it away, and going the other direction.
So I believe it's Mosby Kyle on Twitter is asking if you can give him some tips on deking for NHL 13.
Well, I think the new one that people are going to love is, getting up to speed and then going into a glide state, letting off the stick by going into a glide, so you're in a nice controlled state, and then just literally 45 or 90 on the left stick either direction will give you one of the new quick dekes that we have in the game. Again, when we talk about the game within the game, that's one of those moments. You come down as the offensive player, size up the D-man. Once you go into that glide, he doesn't know what you're going to do. Whether you're going to shoot, you're going to pass, you're going to deke him left or right. So it's almost like a game of chicken. Who's going to do something first? So that's one of the cool new dekes in the game that's really effective.
Good stuff. So I think after this we're ready to go with the marketing dev challenge. I already forgot what I called it, but it's marketing versus dev. And then as soon as that's done, we'll give away some shirts, which will be really cool.
Sometimes in hockey games, Bill, you got to stand up and answer. So far, that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this can go on. I mean,
should we switch back to the regular camera for the third period?
Sure. Yeah, we switch back to the regular camera. Let's do that. What are the stats at? 75. Look at the time on attack. Edmonton Oilers are dominating.
Nothing to show.
Yeah. Not on the scoreline though, right? Jeff, we got any more questions while they're setting up here?
I'm looking for some, yeah.
Cool. Let's see what these guys have to say.
This is a GM connected question. People are asking, can you be involved in more than one GM connected league this year?
Yes, is the short answer.
Okay.
That is a short answer.
You can be involved. What's the how many total, Gern?
Off the top of my head, I can't tell you.
More than
More than one.
More than you need.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than one. That's
Oh, good stick.
I think the intensity's picked up a little bit here
Yeah.
for the third period.
He did.
I got the forecheck turned up here.
Got it cranked.
So people are asking us to play some Winter Classic, and I'm just going to let them know that we are going to be playing a Winter Classic game
Absolutely.
later on.
Yeah, as soon as we'll finish off this marketing dev challenge, because obviously we need bragging rights, and then we'll go into quick giveaways, and then Winter Classic is up right after that. Oh. I think that controller just
Yeah, we're gonna switch the wires.
use this one.
You can see that dragging the puck through the skate, dislodges it. He's able to get it back, but at the same time, it's a lot less puck control and sort of freedom to be able to sort of think ahead and think about where the body position is of the guy that you're trying to beat and position your stick so that you can get around him.
So a number of people have said that they're going to be calling in sick from work tomorrow for the demo. I guess phrasing that as a question, is that something you'd recommend?
I like
That's what I recommend.
that.
Oh, that's me. Bad play. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but I'm not. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Just keep asking him questions and he'll keep passing the puck over to his goalie.
Question about the hockey IQ. How are they going to be smarter on the penalty kill?
Can I talk about that?
Yeah, so on the penalty kill, it's just overall it's team positioning. So you'll see sort of it's not as good of an idea anymore to take that risk out of the point. You'll see the same thing from the AI. And I sort of touched on it earlier, but there's a lot more sort of trust in your teammates. So if you are sort of playing that passive box, to really sort of play your role and take those chances wisely to go and pressure the point, because leaving a guy alone in the slot can be very dangerous this year, especially with a really good shooter. So you'll see the exact same thing from the AI. We made sure that they're very aware of that as well.
This is it's a question kind of that came up because you're playing the Oilers, but for new players, when will they appear in the game? For example, Schultz for the Oilers.
Yeah,
when would we see them?
That's a good question. Schultz will show up just like any new rookie. We can't put them into their NHL team until they actually play a shift in the NHL. So on opening day, once Schultz plays his first shift, in the upcoming roster update, you'll have him available to play with. Oh, block.
Bad icing.
See if I can take advantage here. Oh,
Scramble.
Couldn't catch him on this aggressive forecheck.
How quick they can get this into the zone. Whitney. To Peckham.
Gonna have our first OT of the stream.
Brings that into the zone. Wrists it.
OT.
Pick your winners, guys.
To an end. This game is tied. We'll
One
see
from
if we
each
can
team.
get
We're going
an overtime period.
Stamkos from Tampa Bay.
Stamkos from Tampa. What about the Oilers?
Hemsky.
Hamsky. I'll take RNH and Hedman.
Hedman. It's not a bad choice, actually, the way that I like to play.
We'll see.
Get it back to the point.
Light one up from the point.
Stamkos' opportunity to win the face-off. He's done it so far tonight. Here's the face-off for OT. Let's see if we can find a hero here.
Question that's come up a couple times is how are players' ratings adjusted throughout the season now? We do those on patch.
Oh,
Like
He's got it.
The. Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
throughout the season, how are players' ratings adjusted to
Oh, okay.
based
Yep.
on their performance?
Yeah, exactly that. We'll see. We'll see who comes out of the gate hot, who's kind of exceeding expectations, who's maybe not meeting expectations, and we'll adjust accordingly throughout the season. Because every year there's guys who have breakout years, and there are guys who have their struggles and pick it up late or whatever the case may be. So we just want to be able to reflect that with our roster updates as well.
Who do you think's gonna have a breakout year this year, Rammer?
I think RNH is probably a guy who had a great year last year just as a rookie, but I think has the ability and the skill set to take it up just another notch as well, especially with his wingers, being a year more seasoned as well. I think he's
That
a
team
guy.
has so many young guns this year. They're gonna be so exciting to watch.
Good sheet of ice right there, all the way up to the point.
okay.
Save to LeCavalier. There's a nice play to slow down the offense.
Let's go Buck left, Michael to shootout.
81 here, overtime almost over. 2-on-2 the other way.
Oh, there's Hedman creeping into the slot.
Missed him.
You'll see that a lot more this year too. The defenseman on the weak side, if he sees a lane open, last year they kind of just sat at the point. This year they'll recognize that there's space for them to come in, and they'll drift in down into the slot or lower into the circle. Oh, there's Stamkos.
Up the wing to Gagne.
So Mason Emoff on Twitter asks, what are you looking forward to most in NHL 13?
What am I looking forward to most?
You and Ben, yeah.
Wow, you know what? I can't wait for people to get the demo in their hands and actually just start playing it, because we put lots of videos out there and we've done lots of interviews and things like that, but now's the time where the proof's in the pudding. People get their hands on it and get to experience what we've been talking about for so long now. That's what I'm most excited about. The game has changed so much with the true performance skating, especially, and the EA Sports Hockey IQ and the new game modes, that the package is just unreal this year, and I can't wait for people to start experiencing it. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is the fans getting a chance to actually play it.
Especially some of the highlight videos that'll come out of that stuff. Fans post on YouTube, some cool deeks and
Yeah,
great
it's always
plays.
exciting seeing the videos that people post, even all the way up until like right now. You see things in the game that we haven't seen all year long.
Yeah.
Because really anything can happen, and then you put it in the hands of a bunch more users, and there's some amazing videos posted last year, so we'll see it again.
Yeah, one of the things that we try to focus on every year is just giving users tools, as opposed to saying we want to put a specific move in the game. We'll give them tools to create all these incredible moves. So when we see stuff online on YouTube or wherever it is, videos of stuff that we never saw during the entire development process, that's stuff that makes us smile, because we love giving that level of creativity to users.
Oh.
Trying to go 5-hole.
Yeah, I think if you took it to the backhand there, you might have.
Everly's ready, and he's a sniper.
Oh. Goalies are good this year, tough to beat. Is there any particular, Ben, is there anything you want to try and do to open them up on a shootout?
Yeah, anytime that you can get them.
Oh,
look at
that was sweet.
Yeah, Rod stick a little bit there.
Is it just sort of like real hockey, kind of change directions, variations?
Yeah, you can see that Abiulin took it looked like St. Louis was going to pivot back, so he kind of guessed, and that's what opened him up there. So if you can get them to move a lot, that's where it's opened up 5 whole goals this year for us. But at the same time, as soon as you think you have a move, they'll shut you down as well.
Yeah.
They've got some amazing abilities to come back and make a desperation save. Just like real hockey, get them to move. And that's why in the game, get some screens in front, get some rebounds. That's the best way to beat them.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of this. Now we're gonna have marketing versus Deb. We have everybody in attendance now, so let's bring them up. Guys, come on down.
Phone's
There's a
here.
couple of the marketing guys.
I know we got the Leafs and we got the Whalers.
So here we have in the Whalers jersey, John Mahoon, marketing guru, and Josh Klein with the Coolman Leafs jersey. He's the guy who makes all the ridiculously cool videos that you guys see.
Too close, this is disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that sounds good to me.
So as they get set up here, we'll just...
Yeah, just to remind you guys, Justin already mentioned it earlier on, but if you pre-order the game at EB Games in Canada or GameStop in the States, you get 16 hut gold packs, 1 a week for 16 weeks. It's a great way to kickstart your team, and coming back every week and getting that pack is really nice. And by December, you should have a pretty good team. Is this me here?
We'll go with the wire just to
Tim Wallace, star.
double check.
Thanks, marketing, John.
It's just marketing being marketing.
How are we doing teams?
I don't know, you guys got a pick already?
Do standard house rules, 3 random.
Works. And who gets home and away? We're gonna pick East and West. All right. What do you guys got? East or West?
You guys gonna...
West.
We'll take West.
Yes.
You do the honors?
Hmm?
I got plugged in.
Not yet. How this is gonna go?
Controller issue.
Is there another wired one?
No.
This is first, that's why. Alright, I'll just turn this one on.
There you go.
Does that work?
So we take West?
Yeah.
So what are the
So
stakes
we're
here,
going around
guys?
doing randoms?
Red Wings.
The
So-
West? Oh, we got that. Come
Yeah.
on.
Okay. So then we go
Are
through
you blue?
randoms, so we
I'm
go
blue.
East.
You're blue and green? Yeah, 3. You pick 3. Pick your team.
All right.
One more.
You get another one. So you got double on Kings.
There you go.
Your pick.
Billy Red Wings?
Cover boy.
The Couv, Sharks, Avalanche. Vancouver.
Yeah. Beat Rammer with his own team.
My 2 favorite teams here going head to head. Should be a tie.
You should see us with the Cities.
We will.
And a pro?
Sure. Yeah.
We'll start.
So we've got a question from Twitter from Bruce at Bruce on Twitter. Sorry, at Adam_Bruce on Twitter. In NHL 13, do bad skaters actually skate like bad players, or does everyone skate the same?
No, I think the key there is their explosiveness, how quickly they can accelerate, their top end speed. So the fast guys will feel fast, and the guys who don't have great top end speed won't have great top end speed. But the momentum applies to the top end speed. So it's really just creating that player differentiation with the skating in there.
Ham Hughes, by the way. Talked to him. He's feeling great for this game.
Connor, you really been playing that bucket?
Yeah. Yeah, keeps me safe.
Highly tactical play.
Yeah.
Big body defense and
Big body
breathtaking technical
defense,
play.
breathtaking technical play.
Lots of shot opportunities.
Both ends of the ice.
The chair's up high too, so if you get too excited, take a spill. You'll be
I
alright.
don't think I've ever played from this height actually, which is
He's worried about catching a flying elbow from Brammers.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
And the Flyers. Two goaltenders will stare down each other, and you wonder if anybody can get one by either.
Gary, if they have the force fields up, and they usually do, you'd better be prepared for a long night with not many pucks going in.
better though. Is your blue?
Yeah.
Here in Vancouver, this one's going. That puck being carried along the boards up through the neutral zone. Pronger. To Hartnell. Good effort on that pass up the middle. Move back up to the point.
Sorry, I was trying to sneak in there a bit.
It's okay, it's early.
So we showed off a little bit of NHL moments live earlier. We've got a question about the Legends moments. Will they be playing on their current NHL teams?
I know who scores.
Yes.
In terms of rosters?
Hammer's having a game.
Totally playing with on the current NHL team roster.
How's your shooting percentage, guys? Ours is 100%.
Good screen.
It's that spot,
Slipped
just
in
above the
ladies'
pad,
tees.
blocker side.
Spot.
It's a hard one for the goalies. I feel like getting handies on this game like this.
It's early.
Yeah. I'm already up one. Sauce.
Gets that one into the neutral zone. Stick on the puck, knocks it away. Garrison. To LaPierre. Little flip on that one to move it into the far side zone. He's got that at the point. Booth's on the doorstep. That's where the battle is. Wants to get rid of this.
Two guys chasing that.
The Canucks forecheck. Man, are they going at it early in this one. Wants to play it behind the net to Garrison. Booth. He's out in front on a breakaway. What a great save and a scoring chance. To Garrison. Turned over. To Wellwood.
Good pass.
2-on-2 the other way. Loose puck and he gains control of it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Mace.
At the point.
There's a good example of Mason Raymond stopping on.
Oh,
my God.
Brizzy being Brizzy.
Oh, nice.
You're never gonna score on me.
Easy screen.
Has control. Off the player deflected. Loose puck and he's got it. Chance.
Yes.
Scores.
Come on.
We're tied.
Good goal.
Garrison was on there for what, 6 minutes.
Nice snapshot. He took that one down low.
Where were you getting this first one?
On this gear, the shot was just inside the post.
Philadelphia's offense puts it up here with time running down in the first.
I know the
Line
coaching
four.
staff
Yeah,
is
good
saying
line
keep
matchup.
working, guys. We're gonna get another one.
For some city magic.
Oh my goodness.
Chris Pronger. Takes a shot at the loose puck. To Danielson. To Henry. And there's a stoppage in play. That's going to be whistled on the
One of the new
other
additions
side.
this year is the net cam. We actually shown that
in the live stream yet? Have we seen a replay from that angle?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's showing up in the stream. So there's, aside from just having the new cameras, there's a lot of work as to what cameras are the best to show off goals. So if a goal were to actually like trickle through or something like that, that would make more use of why you'd want to see it from the net cam. That's when you'll see it. Or you'll see it like if the net comes off or other contextual situations like you would see in real life. So you could go through a couple games without seeing it, or you may see it on a couple different goals if it's the best angle to show. And the end user does have the ability to look at the goals through the net cam as well through the action tracker. All the cameras are available there.
Slight breakdown there, yeah. It's our strats, yeah. Check
We have seen everybody perform the way they're supposed to in a hockey game so far in this one. Gary, I don't care if you're a casual fan or a hardcore fan, you gotta love this game.
Gotta keep testing Brizzy.
Yeah, he was a little shaky at the start there, and then I don't know what happened. He blacked out. That's it.
Here's the face-off in period number 2.
Stop.
Oh man.
Sauce.
Oh no, never, ever.
Oh. Good recovery. Good read.
Oh, for the screen.
Oh, that's my back door.
I had it, but you can't force passes that easy.
Oh. Oof. That was there.
Just put a little too much heat on it.
Yeah.
Blew it right by.
Feathers that one across the ice. No lugging the puck here.
There we go.
Oh, not bad.
Chase.
Who's gone?
Two blue.
Oh, good D.
Oh, and then we give away.
Get that deep.
Sauce cross.
Cut deep.
So one question that keeps coming up is
Not allowed to do that?
no. One question we keep getting is about the soundtrack this year. I was wondering if I know Justin's been involved in the soundtrack. If someone could speak to that.
Sure. So we will have more details on the soundtrack coming, but I think we've unveiled a few tracks already if you're kind of paying attention to the trailers. So in the goalie trailer that we did, we had Whistleblower by the Arkells is on the soundtrack, and I forget which other trailer it was. Was it GM Connected, Josh?
GM Connected's got
GM Connected, yeah. So it was Shoot the Noise Man by Battle Me is another track. But yeah, you'll actually see another track unveiled in the demo trailer tomorrow, and then coming up shortly we'll be unveiling the full soundtrack listing.
There's an example of not built a turn when I was going full speed.
Deep, deep.
High net.
Oh.
Penalty kill continues. Gets that one out of the zone. Power play still underway here as they pick it up in their own zone. Good use of the body right there. Checked him off the chance to receive that pass.
Nice chop.
Oh, missed it.
Make him pay.
Turn.
Oh, big save.
Ooh. Wide.
Oh, nice poke.
Cat's behind you.
Oh, nice dance.
Manny. Oh,
Sneaks through.
Garrison's not
Nice slot.
feeling as well as Henry's is.
Oh, see ya.
Oh, whistled it.
Oh.
The Flyers have continued to try to get those scoring chances, but passing the puck into that slot area, it is just not there. They got to have people up on headsets upstairs that can see. The whole world can see it. Nothing's there.
Time out here.
Gripping the stick a little tight.
Yeah,
Blowing all
my
his
hands are
passes right by.
Time almost out in the second.
Oh,
Oh, he's sneaky.
To Simmons.
Oh, I didn't get his first shot off.
We can win that.
Not enough time.
The Flyers on the touch.
Doesn't matter, you'd rather just start this game.
Boy, you gotta love it. You get that one-on-one, the netminder and the offensive scorer. Goaltender wins this one. He got the job.
Goaltenders have the toughest jobs in all of sports, and this goalie is doing a nice job of his job.
John, I like how you're wearing a Whalers jersey with a Bruins sticker on
Yeah.
your helmet.
It's not my helmet.
Oh, okay. Doesn't make too much sense, but we'll go with it. So we're after 2 here, Jeff. Kind of want to give away some shirts. Do you
Sure.
want to let people know how they can win some?
We've got a tweet up that if you're retweeting, we will be automatically entered. But as well, anyone who's tweeting with the hashtag NHL13demo is automatically entered to win one of the shirts you can see Ben there wearing. Also, Justin's wearing as well.
Sweet.
Can we pause so I can tweet?
Sends that one up the middle to Kessler. To Higgins. There's a nice pass through the middle of the ice. Here's an offensive chance.
Yeah. Braden Shen might have some space. Good poke.
I think Garrison off the ice.
Garrison
Guys.
into the middle to
Have it, have it.
Oh, block.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I had it to the middle. Indeed.
Yeah, you're done.
So people are asking, in GM Connected, do the GMs have contracts?
Do the GMs have contracts? No contracts for the GMs.
So the GMs are basically the players.
The users.
The users.
Users. Yeah. You're controlling your franchise.
Over 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Our score tied at 1-1. This one yet to be decided. Finds a loose puck. Holds it
Have
in.
it.
I don't know why anybody would want to not re-sign themselves, but
Yeah, if you want to work a deal with some of your buds to take over your team, I'm sure you could do that.
Top Daniel.
oh,
yes,
what a
I'm
snipe!
Nice shot.
That was awesome.
Catch and lean a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
catch him leaning.
That's one thing this year. You can definitely
Crazy
score
hurting
with good shots. You don't need to make that pass every time. You can open them up different ways, and shooting
Yeah.
from different places definitely works better.
Yeah, you got a guy open.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to move on?
Yeah. So I've left leg kick a little bit.
The Canucks lead now 1 after that goal. We'll see if they can hang on to it here in the third.
I think they can if they play smart enough. Don't have any
People are wondering with the retro shirts we're giving away for anyone who tweets with the hashtag NHL13demo. Is that Giroux on there? Is it Lindros? Is that Roenick? Who is there? Who is it?
Ooh, I don't know. It's a good question. It is a Flyers player, that's for sure. We also have, I think we have Oilers ones as well. Do we have
Oh,
Devils? John, do you know Devils and
There are Devil shirts, yeah.
Kings?
And Kings, yeah.
We have Devils and
Old school
Kings.
Kings, though.
retro?
Yeah.
They are whoever you want them to be. That's the key. We really open it up this year. We're giving the users full control, even whoever they want on their shirt.
Good effort with a stick that time. Just reached up and poked it away.
Always got a break.
Daniel coming high.
Wrist shot on.
Good stuff.
Back it out of the zone.
Jeez.
That one off. Slot area. Knocks that puck off the stick.
Uh-oh.
Controls at the point.
Yeah, nice. Got it.
So Ram or Ben, you gonna buy these guys lunch if they win or what?
It's not over yet.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that yet.
So you can see the bias it's part of your forecheck and defensive zone. So we'll tone her down a little bit, try and protect this lead.
Oh,
there we go.
Kids like that help
Use
too.
that.
That's really how you protect the lead. Oh,
Fine. Alright.
You wanted to make that
Tesla putting on a bit of a show, ladies and gentlemen.
Pressure him.
Hook.
Oh, good stay.
So a lot of people are asking about the timing and when the demo is released. I know we don't usually give an exact time, so we don't have that, but
Yeah, I would say the best thing to do is just stay tuned, check our Facebook page, check Twitter. The thing with the demo is that, Microsoft and Sony kind of control when those go live, so as soon as we get the word from them, we'll pass it on to you guys.
So much for tightening up our defense here.
Oh, push the puck. Hit him.
Supposed to make a move.
Lap you up, no, down.
Oh,
nice.
Good dance.
Oh, wow.
Having a
I think
career
marketing might have sealed the deal there.
so another question about GM Connected. Are all 30 teams allowed to be used in a GM Connected league?
Yes. Absolutely.
So, and
That was beauty though.
can you maybe expand on that? Like, talk about how many or how few can actually be involved in a GM Connected league?
Yeah, anywhere from you can play the mode as a single player against 29 other CPU controlled GMs, or up to every single team in the NHL, all 30 being user controlled. So
Call that distract.
really flexible that way.
Oh, good
As I give up a break the way I'm talking here. Yeah, we want to be able to, for people to be able to replicate the NHL and feel like they're controlling the franchise of their choice and make trades and manage day to day and play the games. And even if you're not, even if you're not great on the controller and you're more of a fantasy type, more of a manager type player, you can have your buddies play the games for you, or the sim engine play the game for you. You customize the way you want your team to play, the way that you built it, with our Build Your AI feature as well. So really trying to make the mode as accessible to as many people as possible, allowing people to customize it and play it the way they want to play it.
And that's it. Marketing. Victorious. Was there ever any doubt?
Practicing.
Yeah, they've been playing the game. Ton.
They were busy making it.
Yeah, congrats, guys. Raymer, what do they get now? How does that work?
They just got a handshake, actually.
Oh.
Handshake is what the prize was.
Good solid.
Textbook Raymer.
We're playing for a solid handshake.
A handshake from Rammers. It's legit.
It's on the Washington again.
So I think.
Here's a little neck cam
Oh, there we
shot
go.
for you.
Yeah, switch to the feed.
On the big
Oh, you caught the tail end of the net cam, ladies and gentlemen.
You can go back and see that.
Yeah.
Nice snipe.
It's pretty sweet too, because even if it pops off its moorings and goes into the corner, sometimes you still get the net cam panning around.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was marketing versus dev. Marketing takes the cup. Maybe this will be kind of an annual thing from here on out. But yeah, I think we're actually going to save Winter Classic for a little bit. We're actually going to invite our good friend Clem Kwong, who we mentioned earlier, up to the stage to talk to you about HUT. Like I said, we have a special announcement coming. And we also, as promised, there was a question earlier. We can have him talk a little bit about EA Sports Hockey League as well. So let's say goodbye to marketing and yeah, bring Clem up.
Jason Raymond.
Oh, traffic.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Clem Kwong.
Hey guys.
See you later.
Which controller is in there? Just back out of this.
Okay. Well, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do the Winter Classic. fans want to see Winter Classic. So let's pop into that then, and then we'll do hot next.
Sure.
Cool.
All right, so let's go and check out the Winter Classic now.
So, you got to also the Pittsburgh Winter Classic from the year before is also still in the game.
Yeah, last year's Winter Classic's still in. You can also play in the new venue this year. With this, like, we're gonna play the actual matchup between the Rangers and the Flyers here, but you can take any of the NHL teams into this venue as well.
So this environment just looks beautiful. Once you go in there and you see it, you know, the lighting in there and you see the shadows in there, just the way the players look, just a completely different look and feel to this environment when you compare it to the indoor stadiums themselves. So,
and even compared to last year, the lighting was kind of similar to an indoor environment played at night with the lights coming down from all directions in the snow at Heinz Field. But this year, under the sun, it's quite a bit different, and it's really realistic. Amazing job by the lighting artists and the artists on the venue itself and in the lighting in particular.
some great shots. You can see some of the lighting.
The 2012 NHL Winter Classic.
Can you talk about a little bit about how you added all these new features in terms of like the crowd has different props, for example, even in the Winter Classic?
Yeah, with a brand new environment, opened up the doors. We weren't held by what was done for the indoor environments at all. So just like all the authenticity of all the equipment and things like that we've had for the players, we're going to do the same thing with the fans. So you'll see them dressed for the outdoor game. They've got the scarves and they've got the toques on, and they're like authentically replicated. You'll see the same thing from the coaches, wearing the jackets and sort of the fedora that they're donning as well, similar to what you see at the actual event.
Oh,
what a save.
He's going to hang on to that one.
Let's go in real quick. Take a look at this. Little deflection, little double deflection, rebound. And then here's a little bit about the goalies being able to dive across and each limb being able to move individually. Great little desperation save getting across. And
he's already aware before the shot that he's got that whole net gaping there, so he just throws his paddle over and luckily he's able to make the save.
See some of the breath on the players there.
And we went in manually to look at the replay, but you can see the sort of contextual broadcast booth being smart to know that was a huge scoring chance and knowing to go right to that play and show it again.
Oh.
That was all due to taking that risk at the point, so you're sort of asking on the penalty kill, but the same thing, even strength. If I take that forward out there, I took the chance to maybe get a breakaway the other way, but missed and got caught way behind. You see him sort of just off screen there.
Get the puck through all the traffic. It's a good hockey goal.
Oh.
So, bank past him to my teammate there again. you got to be more creative in the way you get out of the zone, just because all the players in the forecheck are just smarter on doing their jobs.
Reading the play.
You can see there from the camera, looking down on the net, the complete difference in the shadows and stuff from this game, cast by the sun. And you'll also see on this side of the ice, you won't see it, but on the other side of the ice where the shadow's casting, you'll see that affect the players as well. So right down to every single detail is captured from the lighting.
Really cool stuff. Oh, whistled it wide.
Oh.
There's a good example of the loose puck. Almost got through on the other side.
Oh.
I'm still adapting to changing my style of play to play a little less aggressive, a little more conservative. Anyone who's played the online knows I just like to go for the big hits all the time. Oh, there's an example of going for the glide and one of the 45. Defensively, you're kind of left guessing, so it's better just maintain a good gap.
So we've got a few NHL 14 questions, which is a little bit early, but it brings up perhaps you could go through like on an annual schedule. What for NHL 13? When do you start thinking about what in the game? When did you kind of set on you want to focus on the skating, on GM Connected, and then what's the sort of schedule to go from the ideas through to the finished product we're watching now?
Yeah, we start thinking about the next year's product. We'll start thinking about NHL 14 right now, just because getting the game out every single year is just an aggressive cycle, and literally every day that we're not working on the game or the next version of the game is a day wasted. So very aggressive cycle, so we have to start thinking about things early so we can maximize the amount of time that we have to get as much stuff as we can into the game. So we knew for us, when we look at true performance skating, we knew that we wanted to take a big leap with our gameplay and really overhaul it and have this year really be a game changer for us. And we knew that for us to do that, we needed to basically redo our skating engine in order for us to have the ability, the potential to take that next big jump. So we started talking about that really early on. And through the summer months, we started working on the plan on how we're going to execute against it. And then for other features, other game modes, things like that, we basically start with stuff that we couldn't get into the game the previous year and reevaluate that and see, do those features still make sense? Have other games out there gone and done it better than we would have done it? Is it still relevant to our game? Still relevant to the sport and the way the sport's being played? And we make decisions based on that. We also start. Starting tomorrow, we'll start listening to feedback from our users and see what they like, what they don't like, and use that to help formulate our feature set as well. And then, us as producers, it's our job to really think about how we're going to raise the bar and what that next big innovative feature is that people might not even know that they want until we deliver it. So that's on us to come up with the next big feature, and it's something that hopefully all hockey fans want, and hopefully it's a feature that's big enough that all sports games eventually have to adopt, and maybe even games that non-sports games have to adopt as well. So that's kind of our thinking as well, is take the feedback from the fans, reassess what didn't make it into the previous year's version, and then look for different ways to just raise the bar and really innovate year on year.
One thing about that that's important to note is EA Sports has recently launched the My Game Idea site. It's easports.com/gamechangers slash ideas, and that lets people suggest ideas to the dev team. Other people can vote those ideas up, vote them down, and that way we get a really nice central place where we can get all the ideas for future games in the NHL series.
Yeah, really cool stuff there. Well, good shot block.
Didn't get it through. I just want to get it through. There's an example of me trying to turn the corner tight, and the guy who's pressuring me, they're not being able to keep up because of his momentum. The other thing, when you start playing the demo tomorrow, you'll understand the importance of, understanding your gap and understanding how fast that player is that's coming towards you and how fast the gap is closing.
Huge hit.
That was a huge hit by Carl.
We've got a question from at J_Habs on Twitter. He's asking, did you guys change or improve the draft system? Improve player development?
Yeah, we should get Gurn in here to come get some details.
Gurn's walking back on stage.
So in terms of player development, we've
One here, Gurn.
So in terms of player development, we've completely redone our player growth system. So now you'll have we've gone away from the ABC system and have really gone into a more controlled situation. So now that you'll have stars pretty much, and what'll happen is you'll get prospects rated from anywhere from half star to 5-star, 5-star being the best, half star being the worst, and that would be their potential. From that,
there's an example of my momentum taking me out of the play.
From that, like a 4.5-star potential will have a certain range of overall that they're going to grow to, and based on that, they will try to grow to that level of the player. And you'll also have, on top of the stars, you'll have a color associated with the stars, which will either be red, yellow, green. Green being he's likely to hit that range of overall. Yellow he's not. He's 50-50 chance, and red means he's very unlikely and may actually drop, and may drop to that overall range. That's pretty much it in terms of the new player potential system. We also added stat growth as well in there. So if a player does outperform his actual overall value in terms of what he's expected for in stats, he will grow a little bit, dependent on how many points he scores as a modifier to the next year's stats. So you'll get a lot of extra guys asking for a little bit bigger contracts if they had a really good statistical year.
Yeah, you can if you head to the NHL website, eSports NHL website, easports.com/NHL. It's in the GM Connected section. There's a great blog in there called GM Brain, and it outlines a lot of the cool improvements made to player growth models and just as overall drafting and free agent signing technology. So good place to check out for more info is that blog for sure. So yeah, we're heading into the third period here. Phillies up 1-0. And the Rangers need something to make it happen.
Receives that one on the wing.
Oh.
On the rush, 2-on-1 chance.
Drew showing his speed. Go from there.
And see, when you really start pressing and trying to get a goal and you start trying those stretch passes, it just leads to more and more giveaways. So
whistled it.
So one question actually a number of questions I think can be kind of balled up into one big question, and people are asking about international jerseys or specific goalie helmets, specific goal horns, for example. Can you maybe, Rammer, explain a couple why those things aren't always 100% exact as they are in the NHL?
Yeah, absolutely. It literally just comes down to a licensing thing. So anything that goes into our game has to have the proper approvals, the proper contracts in place. So, when we talk about goalie masks, for example, a lot of fans ask about, why we don't have authentic goalie masks and things like that in the game. And The reason is a lot of times the goalie doesn't own the rights to the artwork on his mask, and the artist actually owns that. So for us to get the authentic artwork, we'd have to strike a deal with all the different artists that do the masks for the goalies. And then, the other kind of hiccup with goalie masks is a lot of times you'll see goalie masks with, whether it be Metallica or Mike Tyson or other characters on the mask that would require additional approvals to get their sign off to have those on game and go into a packaged product that's being sold. So that's part of the reason for it. Same with international jerseys. We would need to have deals in place before we can actually put them in. Just like any packaged good product out there that wants to leverage something else from the real world, you have to have the right agreements in place. And that's all that it is.
So we got about 5 minutes left here in the third period. Philly's up 1-0. We know there's a bit of a technical issue at the beginning of the stream, and some of you missed the first 5-10 minutes. So as soon as this game's done, we're gonna roll the NHL Moments live trailer once more, and then right after we come back from that, we're gonna go into Hut and show you what's been done to that mode for NHL 13.
Hold on here. Ben's going aggressive, so I'm going to dial it back a little bit.
Are you searching for your first win here? Is that right?
I think we're 1-1. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did.
That's right, I had a shootout victory.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
It was me getting lucky by playing aggressive.
Oh, what a hit.
There's some good positioning, just taking the puck away.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh. What a snipe.
Gabrick's pretty fun to play with. You got great acceleration.
Yeah, he's
great
got
top
pretty
end
much
speed,
all the tools.
and some pretty good hands to go with it.
That was awesome. You can see the breath coming out of his mouth as he goes to shoot there. That's cool.
Oh.
Oh, I should have shot.
Back to OT. It's all pretty close games so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much more realistic that way. Sort of any mistake, you'll pay for it. So a lot of time you get the 1-goal games. People start to learn pretty quick that not to take the risks anymore and jump up and play the run and gun style. Once people get a few games under their belt, I think they'll find that it's better to play the setup and take your risks at the right time.
Yeah.
This is a question probably for Justin. EA season ticket for NHL 13. Can you tell us a little about it, or should I?
You can wait for tomorrow, and you'll see some info coming out for that.
Excellent.
Yeah, honestly I just don't know it offhand. Otherwise, I'd provide more details. Sorry, guys, but tomorrow you'll have some details. I do know there's a lot of cool bonuses involved in it, so stay tuned.
Nice use of the stick. Loose puck in the zone. He's got it.
Ooh.
Scoring chance off a one-timer. What a move. To Richard. Here they come. 2-on-1 opportunity.
Good
Kicked
save.
away with a blocker. They'll work from the point. Gets it back. To McDonough. Quick shot.
Oh,
That's it.
That's going to win this one.
that's what I get for being so aggressive instead of playing in my zone.
That's an awesome
deflection.
celly.
Philadelphia's offense, not a bad game overall, but once they got to this OT, it just wasn't.
Great deflection goal to win it.
Yeah.
Maybe one shot and the game is over.
I just
It's an
narrowly
example.
escaped there.
Yeah, another example of me being too aggressive at the point.
Overcommitted.
You wheeling around, yeah. Wheel around, nice little shot.
Oh, right to
Tip
the
5
left.
hole?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tip 5-hole goal.
Sweet.
Here's an opportunity to review some of the big plays in this game.
Yeah, the replays in Winter Classic just look beautiful with the environment, the lighting, and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
The jerseys just pop.
That goal was amazing.
Thanks for joining us,
The
friends.
neck hand, you
There's
can
neck
see the
hand
stadium
here.
in the background.
Just under the leg.
Yeah. Well, that was a good one, guys. Like I said, at the start of the trailer, we had a few technical difficulties, or sorry, the start of the stream. So we're gonna roll the NHL Moments live trailer right for you right now, and we'll come back with some hot stuff. Cool.
Gagne's game is one of those you want to repeat every night, but boy, you usually don't perform at this high level. Giroux's game tonight is one worth watching. If you're just coming on board, you missed him. Lundqvist's goaltending tonight, Bill, as noted, he really was sensational, and it's a shutout win as a result. Jets' game plan has not worked out. If you're just joining us, they've dug themselves a big hole in this one. Lundqvist's performance in net tonight, outstanding. This goaltender's got a shutout going.
I don't think you can get any better than this.
Heavy metal shots has been a blowout, and we're closing in on the end of it. Nothing's gone by him yet.
Boy, this is amazing. It's almost as if he is prepared to turn out highlight reel save after save. What a goaltending display.
We've got a team that's going to have to make some gallant comeback in this one. Jets in need of another big kill. They earned away in overtime, looking for a game. Gagne's been magnificent in this game tonight.
What a night he is having. He is the guy that is most responsible for the lead that they have.
Gagne's stick tonight, boys, he had some gold in there. We're really going to get to see a player at his best. Giroux's been magnificent in this game tonight. For those of you just joining us, we're really going to get to see a player at his best. Offensive opportunity, scores!
Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the NHL Moments live trailer. I already introduced him, but back again to talk about HUT and what's new this year. And really cool announcement is the online modes producer, Clement Kwong.
Thanks, Justin.
No problem. And Clem, yeah, feel free to take it away. Show them what's new in HUT. Some really cool stuff this year.
Before we get into HUT, can I put out one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Is we talked about the NHL Moments Live. You just saw the trailer playing. Right now on the screen, you can see actual video from the NHL playing in that TV, like I mentioned. So, you know, throughout the year, as we get cool moments happening, we can pump the video right in there and have users play out the scenario in NHL Moments Live. So,
Awesome.
since we have the video play, I just want to point that out before we get into the incredible HUT stuff.
Good
Cool.
stuff.
Thanks, Robert. Before we begin the season ticket stuff, I want to mention that one of the key bonuses are gold premium packs for HUT. So for 6 months, you get a pack each week as a bonus for signing up for season ticket.
Sweet.
So before I get into Hockey Ultimate Team, I know some of you may have played HUT, or some have heard of HUT but don't really know what it is. So quick, in a nutshell, I guess what HUT is. It's really unique, a fantasy experience that you really don't find anywhere else in the game, in the sense that, especially this year, you truly own your players, in the sense that you can sign them to your team, you can you can manage them, you can put them in lineups as you see fit to maximize chemistry, as some of you already know. You know, a lot of the economy stuff as well. There's a huge auction house community where you can either you know, sell players, sell items, or you know, purchase players, so to speak.
But I think overall what really sets HUD apart from the other modes, even from, you know, the GM mode, is that there's no boundaries to what you can do, really, right? You're not restricted by a cap.
Right, that's right. So this year what we you know, there's been a lot of discussions on the forums as well when you know, when we announced this last week, is that for this, what's new to HUD this year is we removed the career length. So for those of you that are fans of the mode, you'll recall that, you know, there's a certain career, whether that be 80 games, 100 games, you know, whatever it may be. You could lose a player like Sidney Crosby or Ovechkin, you know, and then you'd have to go out and get them again, whether you find them in a pack or in the auction house. So that was one of the things that, you know, we figured as Ultimate Fantasy mode, you should be able to, you know, keep your players for as long as you want and use them whenever you want, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing was I know there was a lot of discussion as well around training. You know, a lot of the users that you know, we'd see in the forums or online would talk about how it doesn't really make sense for you know, a minor league player who's not, you know, very known to be able to train him up to Sidney Crosby level, right? Because of their training potential. So you know, that's one of the things that we changed, where training is more a single game now, where, you know, you need to strategize and selectively use those premium training items.
Cool. So let's cut to the gameplay screen here, I guess, and you can tell us, sort of walk through how you create your HUD team and what's changes here for HUD and what's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that you know, again, listening to our fans and feedback from the game last year, is that the starter pack, you know, wasn't very exciting in the sense that a lot of the players were, again, lesser known players, you know, either in the Euro leagues or the AHL, CHL. This year, what we've tied in, and you guys probably mentioned earlier as well, the favorite team where you selected at the beginning of the game, you know, we kind of want to tie that into HUD and more the tribal, you know, following your favorite team,
right,
by guaranteeing a few of those players from the actual NHL lineup. You know, they could be second and third liners, you know, just a random draw basically when you open your starter pack.
That's cool. Yeah.
So I'll show you. So we've selected the Habs, the Canadians right now.
In honor of Gurren.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll see all the information is pre-populated. You can change as you like. But I'm just going to go and open your starter pack right now. I don't know what I'm going to get. Again, I'm not guaranteeing any particular players, but I'm guaranteed that I will have players from my, you know, whether it's my favorite team or my hometown team. Let's see what I get in here. So couple third liners. Lars Eller, that's awesome. I still remember the night where he scored. Was it 4 goals for me in my hockey pool?
Big time.
So you'll see the jersey as well, and team logo. Where last year, you had to kind of go either find a pack or find it in the auction house, really to kind of complete that identity. So one of the things that, and another new feature we put in this year was the concept of daily rewards. So for those of you who don't know what pucks are, it's the HUD currency. You can either get it by, you know, playing games, selling stuff on the auction house, as I mentioned, and also the concept of daily rewards, really, you know, making it easier for people to get the pucks that they want, to build up their team. You know, as quickly as possible. I think it's a good reward for players who, especially, you know, the guys that keep coming back every day, for us to give them some sort of, you know, little something.
You come back every day for 7 days, you get 250
exactly.
VA pucks.
Yeah.
Cool.
The most exciting part about what we've done this year, you know, we talked about how it being the ultimate fantasy mode, but I know in the past we've had a lot of users say, hey, it's a great mode, I'd love to get into it, but a lot of the elements are really hard to understand or hard to use. One of the things that we did this year was revamp the entire team management process. So as you can see right now, the on ice layout for the first line, second line, third line, etc. Really peeling back a lot of layers of information that was helpful, but then we could see it in the player bio screen, for example.
Yeah, so it's really clear.
So it's really clear.
Just like you'd set your rosters in any sort of game, right?
Exactly. So the core concept of chemistry and how well your team performs on the ice is still there. We've just kind of changed the way it represents itself and how you get to different players. So right now, I'm on the first line, and there's poor chemistry between the left and right defender and the forwards. And for those of you who aren't as familiar with the mode, is because factors like whether they play on the same team, league, their playing style, whether they're a playmaker or a sniper. For example, 3 tough guys playing on the same line obviously isn't as great as a playmaker, power forward, and a sniper.
Right.
So that's why this year we've kind of built in the kind of a chemistry quick view, I like to call it, where you see on each of the different elements where your line, your team is performing, well or not so well.
So your chemistry for your forwards there is yellow, or is that your offense as a whole?
Yeah, the offense line. So the first line offense, it's mediocre chemistry, could be better. However, you'll see the position green dot. They're all playing the right positions.
Right.
All the centers are playing, like centers playing center, left wing, etc.
So the issue there is familiarity, like because they're all from different leagues.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's a big thing. That's a story we wanna our users to get right away.
Cool.
And another really cool feature, especially for someone like myself, I open a pack, I send a few players Match Bros. I can't wait to get them on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, maybe I want to come back and deal with all the little details and how I get, perfect chemistry later on. But as a guy that likes to get a quick fix right after opening a pack, we built in a new line assistant feature this year that works a lot like auto lines in offline mode that a lot of people are familiar with. That would balance the lines in terms of overall rating, and chemistry.
Cool.
So chemistry, as mentioned, has a lot of that has a few factors. Excuse me, the position, familiarity, and the team league. So right now, obviously, I don't have too many players, so I didn't change my lines at all. But that feature's there for us to use. So for those core players who say, well, now that you've kind of redesigned the screen, I can't quickly switch around players. One of the things that we, of course, did keep in mind was, for those guys who are really familiar with mode, we did want to keep those cool, quick features such as, quick swap and being able to move your players quickly from, the fourth line, the first line, etc. So we kept that, we kept mechanisms that worked for us, obviously, and that fans really liked, and then, improved on the usability issues.
Good stuff.
Do you have any questions so far?
Yeah. Are we getting anything from the feed, Jeff?
I will find some questions here for you.
So Ben pointed out actually the line optimization did do something. Put two Canadian players, even though he's playing on the wrong wing. The logic knows that, hey, even if he's on the wrong wing, because he plays in the same team, it will increase the chemistry on that line.
Oh, cool. Yeah, see the green line there.
Yeah. So if we don't have any questions, I'll quickly jump into the Team of the Week feature. So for those of you who've been, again, following the mode for the last year or two, you know that as part of being a unique fantasy mode, we do follow real world, what's going on in the real world with, hot players, guys that are scoring, 2 hat tricks a week, for example. I remember when Burroughs, scored back-to-back hat tricks, we had him, on Team of the Week, for example, and then, Sam Gagner last year when he scored the 8 or 9 points, I forget. But I mean, those are the kind of players we want to get on there to follow the real beat of the NHL. So there's the concept of the top lines, I guess the top line of that week, and then you'll be able for this year, rather than us just posting on Facebook or Twitter about what the team is, you can actually see now the actual player item and what the increased ratings are. So right now, obviously, these are we're still tuning it, so these are the standard players, but you'll see that you can go through the lines, first 2 lines, and see what players are up there for that week. And as well, you can actually challenge this team and see how you stack up against
that's cool.
the team of the week.
Could you maybe talk about some of the ways people are going to be able to interact with that beyond just the console?
Yes. So that's a great question. So I'm really excited to announce that we will have a iOS companion app that will basically allow you to interact with the auction house trading mechanism of HUT that you can take with you anywhere, even though you're not
it's
sitting
amazing.
on the couch, right?
Take
So
your coach.
imagine again for a guy like myself, and Rammer, we're at work, but we still want to know what's going on in the auction house. We still want to get the beat on any good deals that may be happening through the day.
Yeah.
So you could bid and watch items, monitor your trading activity, sell stuff right from the convenience of your Apple device.
Cool. Well, you heard it here first, guys. A HUT mobile iOS companion app. So get ready for that.
Yes, it'll be available in the App Store same day we launch.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Awesome.
What else is going to... Oh, yes. Team of the Week. Sorry, before we had that question, one of the things I do want to point out for Team of the Week that's really cool is that not only do we can we use this for updating the weekly players that have higher ratings, but also we can feature different teams on this. So whatever team we feature, people can challenge. So imagine if again, Claude Giroux, my boy Claude Giroux, we have a Claude Giroux challenge one week. You can actually play his ultimate team, and I think that's really cool, just in terms of allowing our fans to connect with real NHL players in that way.
And if you didn't see the HUT video we released the other day, Claude Giroux selected himself for his ultimate team, which was pretty cool. I think it's really neat. But yeah.
Yep. So similar to how you can challenge the team of the week here, you can also, something else that's new this year is you can actually go to the leaderboard and challenge any team from, well, there's no
there's no right now.
That's a shame. Anyways, you can basically take my word for it. You can view any team on the leaderboard and challenge their team to offline match and see how you stack up. So a lot of the guys, a lot of the top players have really good teams, and even for me, I play HUT a lot, but for me to be able to learn from those guys, what the best combinations are, how does their team work,
best strategies.
Exactly. So for me to take them on offline would allow me to better, prepare to challenge guys online.
Sweet.
Sorry, are we running?
Got a question? Sorry, we got a question. Yeah. People are wondering if they're big into HUT 12. Will they see any sort of bonuses for moving over to 13?
Yes. So just like how HUT 11, when we moved from NHL 11 to 12, anybody that played HUT, had a record, had puck balance, whatever, complete a part of their collection, we will. So it doesn't carry over 1-for-1, but we do reward players for completing collection. I say playing games. Your record does matter. Your puck balance does matter. And we'll bring that over in terms of we have logic based on those kind of 3 things that will allow you to redeem that reward.
Cool.
People are also asking about the salary cap in HUT. Has that been changed?
Yes. So the salary cap will still apply, but only in certain tournament events where we say, hey, this is a really special tournament, for 5-star teams, the top players in the world, and we want to make it more challenging by putting in a salary cap of, you know, X amount. We can still do that, but most head-to-head games, offline games, we've removed that restriction, again, because we want people to go crazy and build their ultimate, you know, fantasy team, right?
Cool. Nice.
So I'll take a moment to go into the store right now. You know, again, for you, those of you who've, you know, played Hut a bit, you'll notice the store looks really familiar, but this year we've made it even easier to build the ultimate squad. In terms of just the packs, so we changed the pack concept and the pack naming, so bronze, silver, and gold. For those of you who've played Madden Ultimate Team or FIFA Ultimate Team, this would look super familiar. And I think we just wanted to do that to make sure, you know, people understood, again, the value of the packs and certainly what they should, you know, spend their pucks on or their money on. One thing I did want to show you guys, if I can purchase a pack, was an easier way to deal with your new items. So new for this year, you'll be able to deal with a pack, put in your collection, your trade pile, and all sorts of stuff, all from one screen. Again, you'll see we focused a lot on the usability issues this year, and you know, by no means are we going to stop, but you know, that was one of the key things that we found was people were finding it difficult. Again, like the head-of-line screen, purchasing, you know, packs.
So if you're just joining us right now, we're talking NHL 13. Clem Kwong, Online Modes producer, is talking about Hut. NHL 13 demo comes out tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more Hut, and then he's going to talk a little about changes to EA Sports Hockey League.
Looks like Microsoft server doesn't like me.
That's all right.
So I might have to boot myself.
Okay.
But I mean, that was pretty much the gist of what I wanted to cover. So
Cool,
if you guys
yeah.
have any questions, feel free to.
So to sum it up, better user experience in Hut this year. We just announced a Hut iOS companion app, which will allow you to take your Hut experience wherever you go. Yeah. And yeah, we got any questions, Jeff?
Maybe while we're waiting, I asked on Twitter if people did have EA SHL questions. But while we're waiting, maybe you could give us a top line of the changes.
Yeah, sure. So for ESHL this year, I think the three main things that we talked about already was the sixes leaderboard. So the ability, even though we don't have, you know, a sixes only league, what we wanted to do was, you know, we really understand that a lot of the, especially the core community wanted, who only play sixes games, they wanted a place where they can see how they're doing, how they stack up against, you know, teams that play sixes only, and we understand that. So this year we put in a sixes only leaderboard that would only count games that start and end with 6 players, so the full team, and they'll be able to see other players who you know, like to play that way, and you know, hopefully be able to build a stronger community.
Cool. So while we're speaking some more about EA Sports Hockey League and taking some more questions, let's jump into gameplay as well. That way we have some more stuff to show you while we're taking questions.
Can you talk about some of the changes maybe to goalies in EA SHL? And I think that probably has a lot to do with Hockey IQ and how that translates.
Yeah. So I defer to maybe the gameplay side, because a lot of the changes that we did to the goalie, the goaltender controls are all gameplay driven.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's sort of one of those things that you need to get your hands on, but you can, like, visually you can actually cheat to sort of one side or the other, and it's the same thing you're seeing from the AI goaltender. So it can increase your chance to make a save, or it can completely decrease that chance as well. So you don't want to take risks, but at the same time we wanted to give a benefit to people who can read the play and understand what's the best opportunity to take away. And just like we said, from the shooter side, we know when guys are dangerous. They're alone with time in the slot, and you really want to come out and challenge that shot. And we're going to make sure that they're making those saves.
Yeah, in EA Sports Hockey League, if you know a guy is a shooter, he's always going to shoot. You can cheat to one side, like you mentioned, and You know, a guy tends to go for the fancy pass, just cheat to that side, and stop it. So what kind of who are we playing here? Penguins versus.
We'll go Pens versus.
Can we go Maple Leafs maybe? Just for me.
Just for you.
All right, thank you. Nice. Jeff, you have any more questions here?
Sure do. People are asking about the backout penalty for EASHL. Can you talk a little bit about how that's going to work?
Right. So again, this is something that we worked on based on feedback from the community, where it would be very, it'd be a challenge, let's say, for especially playoff winners, and when the opponent goes in to see their banners being raised for the game, they'd be like, oh no, this team is way too good, and we don't think we can beat them. They'll end up quitting out, and what happens is that they get put online. It's hard to find a match. So this year, what we put in is based on consecutive quitting consecutive games will drop rank points basically. So I think that will again reinforce the community that, hey, this is something that's important to our fans, is important to us, and that's why we just want everybody to have a great time, right? And to that, actually, I think I touched on the matchmaking part a bit. One of the other improvements we made for Esports Hockey League this year is improved regional matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that I saw personally before was, we're in West Coast Canada, and be matched up with a European club, for example. And that doesn't really make for the best experience. Obviously, we want the clubs or the teams playing each other to be, on the same server where possible for the best experience. So we've tweaked that as well this year. As well on the matchmaking side, waiting for the perfect match on the server is somewhat challenging before. But this year we've tweaked it so the timing is such that you might wait a bit longer for a match, but it's going to be an optimal match based on the quality of the connection and the skill level.
This question's from Twitter. It's from @KidShowtime. He's one of our EA Sports game changers. He asks, is there still a race to position in drop-in games?
So we didn't make, we weren't able to make some of the changes that we wanted to, as Rammer alluded to earlier. Going forward, it's always one of the things where we'll continue assessing, what's important to our fans. What were we able to get to this year that we wanted to get to? So yeah, short answer is no, we didn't make any changes, but we know that's one of the key things the community is asking for.
One question, and this might be for both you and Ben, is are the AI controlled players different than from in the core game for EASHL?
They're not different from the core game. The only differences would be the ratings of those players, because we don't want the AI players to be sort of the 90 rated players, but they'll otherwise, in terms of their positioning and stuff, they'll react just like the other players. So all the EA Sports Hockey IQ stuff would still exist.
Cool, good stuff.
Those are great questions. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Someone asked about profane names in EASHL. I guess his friend's last name is blocked. How do you come up with a list of profane names?
So, and that's a question that comes up so often, and we kind of responded before, but the list actually doesn't come from us. It comes from Microsoft and Sony, and they have certain terms or words or a combination of words that they would consider profane, and then our server does a check for that, and then obviously people are very creative. Some know how to get around that, but by and large, I think it's not perfect, but it's there for a reason. And if there are certain names, like last names, for example, I know we have a couple guys on our team, their last names got
blocked as well. So it's just a case where we really don't have control over it.
Can you speak maybe to some of the challenges in dealing with people who join games just to disrupt? They say take control of the goalie and then skate out to center ice, just to kind of troll other players.
Yeah, I mean that's difficult for us to police in terms of how we can handle on the game side, but definitely we've seen cases where, and that's again where we expect the where we count on the community to step up and say, hey, we all want to enjoy an awesome experience, and we've been getting cases where passionate members of the community have reached out to us and say, hey, this guy is whether it's win trading or a cheater or using the club as a profane name. You'd be surprised by the number of people that reach out to us and the number of corrective actions, so to speak, that we've taken. So definitely there's a team at EAS here, and myself included, that we regularly troll the forums and do the policing, so to speak.
Yeah, and I think to Clem's point, that's something where we really look for the community to help us police and make the league fun for everyone to play in. And people reach out to me all the time on Twitter or Facebook, whatever it is, about teams that they suspect of win trading or not playing the proper way, or just ruining the experience for others. So, I pass along that information. We have a team here that deals with that as quickly as possible. But it really is for us and the community to help police it, just make the best overall experience.
Yep. And just to add to that point, Rammer's Twitter feed is very popular, but we understand he's only one guy. Really, the forum, or even emailing one of the customer experience reps, they've been really good about passing info on to us, and we try to do as much as we can, as quickly as we can, to avoid those situations.
I don't know if we've mentioned this already, but people are asking about whether you can assign captains and assistant captains in the league this year.
Yes, that was the other feature I was going to mention. You will be able to assign captains and assistant captains, much like the real NHL. And you can also set and save the captain's options this year to the server, so you don't have to set it every time you go into a match.
Cool.
Will you be able to, this is a question we've got from Twitter, can you preset team strategies / formations in EASHL, or does it constantly have to be adjusted during a game?
Yes, we unfortunately don't have the ability to do that, and again, it's much like it's much like the OTP drop-in that we talked about earlier, is one of the features that was on our list, and we continue to look at it, but we just ran out of time this year.
So keep those questions coming, guys. We're almost at the end of the stream. We're probably going to finish this one game off, and then we'll ask you guys what matchup you want to see, and we'll use that to close out the stream. If anybody has any questions about the Maple Leafs, I'll be happy to answer them.
You guys put a lot of tight games.
Yeah, lots of long goal games.
They play each other too much. They know each
Know
other's
the
style.
know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
This one's probably one for a rammer. Can you use true performance skating with classic controls?
With classic controls. Ben?
Yeah, it's like that's what's great about the true performance skating is really, it's all on the left stick. So as you're skating around, you're gonna feel the momentum regardless. So although it looks drastically different, it's very accessible, and that's the real good thing about it, is that before people would always complain, certain players played the game a lot and therefore they figured out the ins and outs. With momentum as a factor, regardless of the controls you play, the system's that much more predictable, because players can't just Obviously, guys that are good at the Twitch game will be good at deking and things like that, like they always have been. But from a skating standpoint, the predictability of the system, regardless of the controls you're going to play, plays into it.
This is a question I see quite a lot, or kind of a belief from the players that I see quite often. It's about the home and away in the EASHL. Does that actually affect the gameplay? Because a lot of people believe that the home team is actually somehow favored in the game.
No, there's I guess there's no such home and away or momentum logic of any sorts. Yeah, I guess that's all I can say to that.
Yeah, you want users deciding games,
Exactly.
not the game itself.
Yeah, that's that's one of the reasons why we don't have the last change stuff that you see in the real NHL, where the home team gets the last change, is just because we didn't want to create an advantage for the home team and keep an even playing field.
So Justin's getting Leaf questions.
Okay.
What do you think of the JVR trade?
It remains to be seen. I'm fine with it as a move right now. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what type of player he's going to become, but Shen wasn't cutting it.
This is probably for Ben. Can you talk a bit more about the anticipation feature in the human control goalies?
Yeah, so from the AI goalie, you'll see them cheat. Obviously, we didn't want to take any control away from the user, but we still put that into the system. So they can lean one way or the other, so before they're actually making a save, you can press either the left or the right. So that's sort of where the anticipation comes from the user control goalie. So we'll give you that advantage if you're guessing to the right side, and or take that away from you if you guess incorrectly. That was the way to sort of even out that feature when it's not controlled by the sort of AI brain of the goalie.
We've got back to Hut, if we can. We've got a question about matchmaking.
Yeah.
For Hut, if you play with the bronze team, will you be matched up against another bronze team? Same goes for silver and gold.
Yeah, so that's actually an excellent question. So like I mentioned earlier, we made matchmaking improvements to the EA Sports Hockey League. We also made the same improvements to Hut, and basically anywhere matchmaking is involved in online. For Hut specifically, the skill level now will be taken into consideration. So if you're, imagine you've only played a few games, 3 or 4 games, versus you're less likely to match up with someone who's played 100 games, for example. And team rating will play a less of a part. So it's mainly just it's mainly skill. It's mainly skill rating. Oh, I want to ask. Sorry, I want to add one more thing, since I know early on there was a question about season ticket incentives. So for the pre-sale and collector's edition, there'll also be HUD bonuses as well. For the pre-sale, there will be gold pack bonuses, basically 1 per week for 4 months, so for a total of 16 packs. So that's a pretty awesome deal.
From EB and GameStop, right?
Exactly. Cool. Exactly. So all you would have to do is enter the code via the in-game menu, and then you're set when you go into Hut.
Nice.
And then for collector's edition, very similar situation, except you even get more exclusive packs, where there are 2 what we call the Stanley Cup edition. It's mainly 5 guys, 5 top players from each of the conference champions, so LA and New Jersey Devils, and a gold jumbo pack with the guaranteed Mr. Gretzky himself.
Ooh. Not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal at all.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean those are pretty good value propositions.
Nice. Going into the third 0-0.
Cook and Crosby having a little chat.
Yeah.
The Leafs question.
Sure.
I'm going to reword it a little bit.
Okay.
But what are your hopes for the Leafs this year?
It's a loaded question.
Yeah. It is a bit of a loaded question. My hopes are the same as every year. Just make the playoffs, please. Can't take it anymore. Oh, goaltender interference. No, I honestly don't know. Like, the goaltending situation is a question mark. Hopefully, Reimer or Scriven step up, but I don't know. I still think, as I do every year, they have a shot at the playoffs.
Got him. Alright, turning point.
Hopefully, JVR lights it up.
We've got a question. We kind of talked about it already, but maybe you can expand on it. Can you talk a bit about the boost packs for Hut?
Boost packs for Hut. You mean in terms of whether they be included in the pre-sale offer, or?
Can you talk about boost packs for Hut? That's the question.
So we haven't changed anything. If that's what the question is.
Okay. Let's assume that's what the question is.
Well done. Oh, rebound. Oh, JVR. Ben, how about this? If you win with the Maple Leafs, I'll buy you lunch.
Alright, turning up the heat.
Get that.
Special today.
Oh, there's an example.
I don't know. Something delicious.
For people asking about the t-shirts, we'll be giving those away offline.
Yeah, after the stream.
No. After the stream, yeah. Sorry.
So JVR taking one?
The boost pack question was for EASHL actually. The original tweet wasn't specific.
Right. Yeah. That's what I meant by we haven't changed anything.
Okay.
Ben, here's a little bit of a tip. Kessel's probably your guy. Or Jake Gardner, because I have a Jake Gardner jersey, and I'm pretty stoked about
Here
that.
comes Kessel. Too much heat there.
We haven't talked much about GM Connect, and we are getting a few questions. It's not something we're showing today. We'll round we've got a question here. Maybe you could kind of give us.
We can bring Gern back in here too to take a bunch of them. Why don't we do that?
Gern's been waiting patiently.
Thanks, guys.
Please, more GM Connected. And Clem Kwong is leaving us. Thanks a lot, Clem.
I'm not leaving.
Cool
I'm just trading seats with
All right. and
Cool hot announcement.
We'll also help you guys decide what teams to play.
This little net cam shot.
So Gern, this is from Twitter. For GM Connected, if me and my friend just want to do a online GM Connected, how exactly does that work week by week?
In terms of scheduling, or in terms of...
Yeah, just walk maybe through the general flow.
When you create a league, you get to set the amount of NHL schedule length that you want to play per week. So I think there's 1 week, 2 weeks, and 4 weeks, I believe. And what will happen is the commissioner of the league will advance the periods as he see fit. So he'll be able to post a message on the in-game league news tab and tell the league that the period is going to be advanced at this time, and they'll be able to move the season along. Any game that isn't played will be simmed, and any game and if a team has played all their games, all their stats will be tracked.
Almost.
So if you go to the EA Sports NHL Facebook page, we've got a poll going. We've taken a number of the top suggestions from Twitter about what team you'd like to see
in our final matchup.
In the final match. It's up there. You can vote. The Leafs are currently leading. I don't know if we'll want to play another Leafs game since we've just had them.
Thanks, everybody.
But we've got the Leafs, the Capitals, the Canadiens, the Wild, the Blue Jackets, and the Devils all in the running for the last game.
See, the Wild are a team where after or before they made those deals, I don't think they would have been one of the top teams suggested, but now everybody just wants to kind of see them. And who can blame them?
I'm going to vote for Wild because I've already seen my Oilers.
There you go.
Keep it in the division.
Ben, do you want to talk about some of the graphics that we're seeing on the screen as we're playing this game?
Yeah, just visuals alone.
Yeah, the forecheck stuff that we're seeing, telling you where to go and how to execute.
Oh yeah, so the on-ice graphics, you have the ability to turn them on or off. But what you'll see is just we wanted to make sure that there was a learning tool in there as well with the changes we've done. Because we had an NHL where we had pro coaches come in to talk about the forechecks, but we don't expect everybody to know exactly what to do out of the right away. So the graphics will help as a teaching aid. And similar to what you've seen in Be a Pro, there's sometimes arrows that will show you where you should go as a player, and it's always to do with the player that you currently have selected. So when you're in the middle of a forecheck, you'll either need to go and vacate that zone, and or you'll see underneath the player with the puck sometimes there'll be a cursor with like a red hot side, because a lot of the forechecks, the big thing about it is that the other players know that the player pressuring the puck is going to chase from that direction, so they can flush that player out from behind the net in a certain way, and then that way the other players know where they need to be to then capitalize to lay the hit on that player, or when the pass is made to the outlet, that they can lay a hit on that player or at least contain them.
Ooh. Thanks, Ben. I don't want to stress the importance of this moment, but there's 50 seconds left, and you're currently shorthanded and trailing 1-0. I'd really like to see them beat Pittsburgh.
With a bunch of Leafs fans watching and lunch on the line.
So this is from Andrew Carlos on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He asks, will there be a custom camera for the goalie and set positions for both D sides? And that might be, I believe that's an EASHL question.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Will there be a custom camera for goalie and set positions for both D sides?
Got a breakaway with Connolly.
So the answer, if you didn't hear it, was no.
Sorry, I'm off camera, so yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
5 seconds. Oh, good stand up with the line.
I had nothing on that break because he had the stick on the inside.
No pride for me, but I'm not buying Ben lunch.
So people are asking, who is the best at NHL 13 on the EA staff?
It's a good question. We have some good battles within the dev team. I know some of the marketing guys are really good. Some of our engineers, some of our gameplay engineers specifically, are really good. So I would say on any given day, there's probably a handful of people that could that are the best.
Because everybody plays so much, right? And it just really depends what.
Yeah, and everyone has a different style of playing as well. Like I said, I like to play a little more aggressive, stepping up more. Some play more conservative, play position better. So just lots of different styles, and on any given day, there's a handful of people that could be the best player on the team.
So we're at our last game of the live stream.
All right. Since the Leafs just played, I'm going to disqualify them.
Fair enough.
They did win with 444 votes. Next place will be the Capitals, 336 votes, against the Montreal Canadiens, which is 352.
How about we shift it? Gurn gets to be the Habs, and I can be the Caps. I like the Caps.
Yeah.
All right, look this one.
Send them down. And yeah, once again, thanks for everybody who tuned in today. Thanks very much for taking the time to spend with us. Demo comes out tomorrow. Make sure you download it. It comes out the following day on PSN in Europe, but make sure you're following us at EA Sports NHL on Twitter and Facebook.com/EA Sports NHL for information about when exactly the demo is going to be released tomorrow. All right, cool. Let's kick into the game here. Caps and Hams.
Clem, I've got another EASHL question.
Yep.
Maybe get on mic so they can hear you. Will there be more than one dressing room in EASHL?
That's a question I get a lot. No, not for this year.
Not for this year, okay.
Any other difficult questions?
Not yet.
They're coming, don't worry.
This is from Twitter. This is from Josh Klein, who was earlier on the live feed.
And I have a feeling he's going to be chirping me, but go ahead.
The correct answer to the previous question about who was the best at EA is that it is myself and John Behoon who is also playing.
Debatable. I saw what happened to them. They lost 2 games yesterday, so.
They got it done when it counted, though.
Another EA SHL question. See, you keep leaving and keep having more questions. Will we get to carry over our abilities from NHL 12?
No.
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 Oh, Oldie's forechecking hard. New addition Ribeiro wants to make his impact felt.
Oh.
Did not mean to shoot that, everybody.
So people are still asking, and maybe we should restate because people haven't necessarily been watching through the entire live stream. What's the timing like for the demo tomorrow? We don't actually have a set time.
Yeah, so that's controlled by Microsoft and Sony, and as soon as the demo is released, we'll tweet it. But by all means, check your console frantically, and yeah. Oh man, I overplayed it. Oh, chops.
This one Rammer can probably handle. Actually, Clem can as well. In GM Connected, can the commissioner play as a team?
That would be a better question.
Can the commissioner be? Yes, commissioner can control a team.
All right. So in fact, the commissioner is one of the GMs.
Correct.
Yes. He's just got the added responsibility. And we're not even going to show that because Gurn is wearing a Price jersey as we speak.
That's why we pay him stop box.
Oh, the wrong side, one side. Sometimes Mike Green gets in on his own forecheck.
Are there any new attributes for a player or goalie in EA SHL?
I know just the same ones we have in main gameplay.
The same ones in the main gameplay.
Oh, nice pass around the boards.
Oh, got the stick in the lane. Pierre Maguire says it. Good active stick's important.
So this is a question maybe for Ben. Is it possible to get a slashing penalty when you do the chop?
Right now, the slash works, or the chop works similar to the poke check. So you won't get a slashing penalty right now if you use the chop.
Ooh. I missed him completely.
This is probably for Rammer, but people have noticed while we've been playing that certain players have shown up maybe on teams where they're not currently on, whether they've been traded recently, whether they've signed as a free agent somewhere else. Can you kind of let us know when we'd be seeing those updated in the game?
So the demo roster will be up to date.
Okay.
And then, Van Riemsdyk was playing on Philly when we played the Winter Classic. We want to replicate the Winter Classic players and teams in there. So that's kind of stuff. And then, just like every year, we'll do our frequent roster updates to make sure we stay aligned moving forward.
Just gotta hold on to it up from now on.
Just a little bit.
One thing I guess I'll add about the chop as well is that it's specifically for loose pucks. You're still using a poke check to get the puck away on a possessed puck, so that's where you'll run into less situations where it actually would be a slash.
So I just learned that we're pretty much over time. I think we're gonna wrap the game up here. We'll tweet out who the winner was. And I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us. The NHL 13 demo comes out tomorrow. Tweet hashtag NHL 13 demo. Go on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. Share your thoughts. Just tell your friends to download it. And thanks for joining us once again.
repeat every night, but boy, you usually don't perform at this high level. Giroux's game tonight is one worth watching. If you're just coming on board, you've missed a great Lundqvist goaltending tonight, Bill, as noted. He really was sensational, and it's a shutout win as a result. Jets' game plan has not worked out. If you're just joining us, they've dug themselves a big hole in this one. Lundqvist's performance in net tonight, outstanding. This goaltender's got a shutout going.
I don't think you can get any better than this.
Heavy metal shots has been a blowout, and we're closing in on the end of it. Nothing's gone by him yet.
Boy, this is amazing. It's almost as if he is prepared to turn out highlight reel save after save. What a goaltending display.
We've got a team that's going to have to make some gallant comeback in this one. Jets in need of another big kill. They are underway in overtime, looking for a game. Gagne's been magnificent in this game tonight.
What a night he is having. He is the guy that is most responsible for the lead that they